All right, the elephant in the room. The Jazmine Barnes murder of that little girl, that was horrific, whoever did it. For a week or so, we created this sort of drum roll that it was a white guy, and I guess because a white guy was suspected of killing a black girl, it was a hate crime, right? Turned out that had nothing to do with nothing. And now a lot of conservatives are saying there was a false narrative on this case. And we should have admitted as soon as we knew that it was likely not a white guy, not likely a hate crime. And I think a lot of folks took false advantage of this. I really do.
You know, first of all, what happened to young Jazmine Barnes is a human tragedy.
Sure.
In fact, it is a bigger stain on this city and society to where we have now started just shooting kids. This is the third child in a year that has died by gun violence, either in road rage or targeting a family member, and the child comes up dead. I pray that young Jazmine receives justice because that child and her family deserves it. But last week, I had an interview with Randy Wallace on this same station. Said that the other case that they were comparing to the Jazmine Barnes case, where they were saying that a white man was involved in that one, that the two possibly were related. I laid out the facts after carefully investigating all of the facts in that first shooting, meeting with the victims in that first shooting, and I said publicly that that case had nothing to do with Jazmine Barnes' case. And when you looked at the facts of the Jazmine Barnes case of what was coming out, it raised questions to me because I've investigated many hate crimes. Right. And that case in the Jazmine Barnes case did not resemble the characteristics and the MO of white supremacists. And I even said publicly, I think it's going to come out that race had nothing to do with that case. I said that last week.
Yeah, but here's the problem. Let's assume a white guy did do it. Why is that automatically a suspected hate crime? Because I think we both know that there are sometimes black folks shoot white folks, and we don't call it a hate crime very often, but yet, assuming that a white guy did it, why do we go to the hate crime card?
I think because there's a historical factual record that white men in this country have committed hate crimes against black people solely based on their color. Have we had some black men do similar things like that? Yes, we have. But when you look at the historical factual record, black people have an internal clean when white people accuse committing crimes against us like that, because we do have a factual record that was based on race, white men killing black people.
Look, the headline of the Daily Caller, a very popular conservative site, is saying Texas Sheriff Ed Gonzalez owes an explanation. Because once he got that tip, he should have come out and calmed the fears of the community.
Ed Gonzalez did a wonderful job. He didn't hide nothing. He didn't cover anything up. And I said that too, that we have a Hispanic sheriff now, and I don't think he's going to cover anything up.
Yeah, but once we create a false narrative, everyone's now afraid. Everyone's now afraid to sort of say, you know what, it's wrong. This was wrong.
Wayne, the truth came out.